The day before the college entrance exam, green tea offered to keep everyone's admission tickets safe. I didn't want to, but my childhood friend said I was being unsociable. He snatched my admission ticket and handed it to green tea. 10 minutes before entering the exam hall, green tea cried and apologized to me. "Cece, I'm sorry, your admission ticket is lost." I haven't even reacted yet. My childhood friend shoved me aside, looking at me with displeasure. "You can't blame Yen Yen for this. So many people didn't lose theirs. But yours got lost. It can only mean you're unlucky." All the classmates chimed in one after another. Let me accept the reality. But when green tea opened the file folder containing the admission ticket, everyone's face instantly turned pale. This is my first time seeing what instant karma really means. Today is the first day of the college entrance exam. Outside the cordon at the exam site, the crowd is buzzing with noise. Every examinee's face carries a hint of nervousness. I was also looking down, checking my stationery. Suddenly, a sharp cry pierced the sky. "Zhao Shi! I'm sorry, I'm truly sorry to you." Hearing my name being called, I frowned and looked up. At that moment, Lin Yen stood before me, holding a black document bag containing the admission ticket. Her eyes were red, and tears were streaming down her face. "Zhao Shi! Your admission ticket. I might have lost it." Upon hearing the news that the admission ticket was lost, the classmates around instantly erupted into a commotion and gathered around. "Yen Yen, whose admission ticket is lost? Is it Zhao Shi's? How could it be lost? Are you sure you didn't check it wrong? Yen Yen, is mine there? This is the college entrance exam, no room for jokes." The expressions on the classmates' faces instantly turned grim. One by one, they asked if their own admission tickets were still there. Lin Yen wiped away her tears and held the document bag high in the air. "Don't worry, everyone, your admission tickets are all in the bag. I just checked again. And only Zhao Shi's is missing." Everyone's gaze instantly shifted to me. Before I could even speak, suddenly, a hand shoved me away forcefully. "Zhao Shi, what are you up to again?" The one who pushed me away was my childhood friend Jiang Yichen. His words made me pause in surprise. My admission ticket was lost by someone, and I didn't even get to say a single word. He started pinning accusations on me without a word. Lin Yen walked up to Jiang Yichen, crying like a pear blossom in the rain. "Brother Yichen, I accidentally lost Zhao Shi's admission ticket." After hearing these words, Jiang Yichen's brows furrowed. Then he affectionately patted Lin Yan's head and comforted her in a gentle voice. "Yen Yen, this isn't your fault. Don't cry for now." I stood by, my tone low. Should I blame her, or should I blame myself? Jiang Yichen immediately shielded Lin Yen behind him. He frowned at me. "Zhao Shi, Yen Yen didn't mean to lose your admission ticket. Do you have to be so aggressive?" My face darkened as I immediately snapped back. "Not on purpose, everyone else's admission ticket is still there, but mine just happened to get lost." "Jiang Yichen, you say it so lightly. Since you're so capable, why don't you let her lose your admission ticket too?" "You." Jiang Yichen was rendered speechless by my retort. Then his eyes flickered, and he curled his lips into a smile as he looked at me. "You're right, Zhao Shi. Everyone else's admission ticket is perfectly fine, so why is yours the only one that's lost? It can only be said that you're unlucky. It's fate. What gives you the right to blame everything on Yen Yen?" He looked at me and said meaningfully. "Maybe you never actually gave the admission ticket to Yen Yen. You deliberately set her up." I stared at Jiang Yichen, asking word by word. "Jiang Yichen, are you sure I didn't give her the admission ticket?" To avoid traffic congestion during the college entrance exam, our class booked a hotel near the college entrance exam site. Yesterday afternoon, The students gathered in the hotel's banquet hall to review the exam points. Lin Yen suddenly stood up. She held a brand new document folder in her hand and walked to the center of the hall. "Classmates, I have something to say." Her voice was crisp and clear, and everyone looked up at her. "Tomorrow is the college entrance exam. And the admission ticket is the most important thing. I'm afraid that some of you might accidentally lose it before the exam or forget to bring it in the morning rush. How about I keep them all together for everyone? How important the admission ticket is for the college entrance exam. Everyone knows it well." No one responded to her. Lin Yen stood awkwardly in the middle, her face growing paler and paler. "I agree." Jiang Yichen was the first to stand up. He looked at the crowd and smiled. "I think Yan Yan's suggestion is great. She's so considerate of her classmates, so I'm sure everyone won't be ungrateful, right?" As a prominent figure at the school, Jiang Yichen's words naturally carried weight. Many students stood up one after another. "I agree too. I'm really afraid of losing it, and it just so happens that someone can help keep it safe for me." "Exactly. Yan Yan is so meticulous. We feel at ease leaving it with her." Everyone took out their admission tickets and handed them to Lin Yan. Lin Yan took them one by one and carefully placed them into the file bag. She looked at Jiang Yichen and gave a shy smile. "Don't worry, everyone. I will take good care of them and hand them out to everyone outside the exam venue tomorrow." When Lin Yan came up to me, I refused. "Thank you, Lin Yan. I'll take care of my own belongings." After hearing my words, the smile on Lin Yan's face instantly vanished. Her eyes reddened and her voice trembled. "Zhao Shi, do you look down on me? Do you think my family is so poor that I can't even handle something as simple as keeping your admission ticket safe?" I was stunned. What does poverty have to do with this? Seeing that she was about to cry, I patiently explained. "I didn't mean that. I'm just used to keeping my own things." Lin Yan's tears came as easily as if she couldn't understand human speech. "Everyone is willing to believe me. So why won't you? I know you've always looked down on me for being a poor student, thinking I'm not worthy of helping you." The more she spoke, the more wronged she felt. The look in their eyes grew more and more resentful. "Zhao Shi, you've gone too far." Someone immediately accused me. "Yan Yan was trying to help out of kindness, how could you say that about her?" "Exactly, it's just asking her to keep the admission ticket for us. Why are you putting on airs? So we all trust Yan Yan, but you're the special one." Jiang Yichen walked straight up to me and slammed the book heavily onto my desk. "Zhao Shi, haven't you caused enough trouble? Yan Yan kindly offered to keep everyone's admission tickets, and instead of being grateful, you made her cry. It was her own choice to cry. I just didn't want her to keep my admission ticket, didn't want her to keep it." Jiang Yichen let out a cold laugh. I wanted to say something more, but Jiang Yichen had already reached out his hand directly. He snatched the admission ticket I had placed on the table. "What makes you so special? Yan Yan has been through so much and just wants to do something for everyone. Can't you be a little more considerate, ungrateful?" He shoved my admission ticket into Lin Yan's hand. "Yan Yan, don't stoop to her level." Lin Yan took the admission ticket and quickly stuffed it into the bag. Her movements were smooth and fluid. She looked up at me, a strange glint in her eyes. "Zhao Shi, don't worry. I'll take good care of your admission ticket." "Jiang Yichen, you snatched my admission ticket from my hand and personally handed it to Lin Yan. Are you saying I didn't give it to her? Don't you find that ridiculous?" Faced with my questioning, Jiang Yichen didn't dare to meet my eyes. Lin Yan looked at me with a stubborn expression. "Zhao Shi, it was me who lost your admission ticket. If you have a problem, take it up with me. Don't make things difficult for Brother Yichen." I looked at Lin Yan, completely speechless. Losing someone else's admission to Ketis, that's something to be proud of. coming for me, huh? Fine. Let me ask you, when we gathered at the hotel entrance this morning, why didn't you hand out the admission tickets to everyone? Lin Yan's voice carried a sob. I was worried there would be too many people on the way and things might get messy. So I thought it would be safer to hand them out when we got to the exam center. Safer? I took a step forward. Lin Yan, when I asked you for my admission ticket at the hotel today, you refused, saying you'd hand them out on the bus. When I asked you on the bus, you said we were almost there and would distribute them all at once, still didn't give it to me. Half an hour before entering the exam center, I asked you again, and you said to wait a little longer, afraid someone might mix them up. Now, with less than 10 minutes until we go in, you're telling me my admission ticket is lost? Don't you think I'm stupid? You lose everyone else's, but you just happen to lose mine, right? A barrage of accusations turned Lin Yan's face pale. She clutched the hem of her clothes tightly, her voice trembling. I just wanted to distribute them uniformly. How was I supposed to know your admission ticket would go missing? Zhao, please don't push me, okay? I stared at her intently. 3 years of acting, aren't you tired? In my first year of high school, I participated in the sports meet. You kindly offered to help me carry my shoes, but then accidentally spilled mineral water on my sneakers. I ended up running the 800 meters in soaking wet shoes. In my second year, I applied for a scholarship. You helped the teacher collect the application forms. I clearly handed mine to you early on, but at the last minute, you claimed you never received it. In my senior year of high school, the school distributed review materials, and all the students received them. You said you placed them on my desk, but I never saw them. The lost meal card, the forgotten homework, the countless retakes of graduation photos. And now you've lost my admission ticket. Lin Yan, I really want to know who exactly is pushing whom, with everything I said. Lin Yan's face grew paler. The classmates around me fell silent, casting curious glances at Lin Yan. Unexpectedly, Lin Yan burst into tears with a loud wail. Zhao, it's all my fault. I apologize to you, I'll kneel to you, I'll kowtow to you, whatever it takes for you to forgive me. I'll do it. Same old trick again. I rolled my eyes at her. All right, then kneel and kowtow to apologize to me. You can leave only when I'm satisfied. Lin Yan was stunned. She hadn't expected me to say something like that. Jiang Yichen, his face ashen, pulled Lin Yan behind him. Zhao, Yan Yan has already apologized to you. What more do you want? Bringing up the past? No, what's the point? Then can I also say that yesterday you clearly didn't want to hand over the admission ticket to Yan Yan for safekeeping. Who knows if you secretly went back to retrieve it later? Hearing Jiang Yichen's words, Lin Yan's eyes flashed with a sharp glint. Classmate Zhao, you took the admission ticket, didn't you? Please. Just give it back. Don't ruin me. I was almost too angry to laugh. Their ability to twist the truth is truly top-notch. However, Lin Yan's fragile, boneless, and utterly aggrieved demeanor once again led everyone astray. Yeah. Zhao, didn't want to take it out yesterday. Maybe she took her admission ticket back herself later. If that's the case, then Zhao is really disgusting, framing Zhao Yan like this. To be honest, she's just jealous that Jiang Yichen likes Lin Yan. All the murmurs turned back to me again. Lin Yan looked at me with a hint of triumph in her eyes. Suddenly, a classmate shouted. The homeroom teacher is here. Teacher Li walked out from the crowd with a frown. She scolded in a stern tone. We're about to enter the exam hall. What are you arguing about here? I stepped forward and said, Teacher Li, Lin Yan lost my admission ticket. And I can't get into the exam hall. After hearing my words, Teacher Li's brows furrowed even tighter. Teacher Li. Lin Yan choked out. I really didn't mean to. Zhao, wanted me to kneel and apologize, and on top of that, she wouldn't let me take the exam. Teacher Lee. I promised you I would get good results this time and bring honor to the class, but I might not be able to do it. Teacher Lee's face instantly darkened. Then he turned to look at me, his tone stern. Zhao Shi, the college entrance exam is such an important matter. What are you doing making a scene here? Me, making a scene? I could hardly believe my ears. Teacher Lee, she lost my admission ticket. I just want an explanation. Explain yourself, Teacher Lee sneered. You handed your admission ticket to someone else for safekeeping and now it's lost. Who's to blame? Blame yourself for being careless. Yan kindly offered to keep everyone's tickets safe and instead of thanking her. You're making things difficult for her. I'm very disappointed in you. Watching Teacher Lee's blatantly biased attitude, my heart turned cold. Lin Yan relied on Jiang Yichen secretly buying answers to consistently rank first in the class. In this exam, Teacher Lee had always thought highly of Lin Yan. After all, it was already a done deal that I had lost my admission ticket, so he couldn't very well sacrifice another student. But I still wanted to explain myself. Teacher Lee. I didn't voluntarily hand it over to her. Jiang Yichen snatched it and forced it on her. Teacher Lee simply refused to listen to my explanation. No matter who handed it in, since you agreed to let her keep it, you have to bear the risk. The top priority is the college entrance exam. Making a scene here not only affects yourself but also disturbs your classmates. What you need to do now is accept reality. The surrounding classmates chimed in as well. Yeah, Zhao Shi, stop messing around. You can't take the exam. But don't drag us into it. We're all grateful to Yan for keeping our admission tickets safe. Even if they got lost, we wouldn't blame her. Exactly, who knows if you just don't want to take the exam yourself and are deliberately causing trouble. Maybe you hid the tickets yourself and are trying to pin it on Yan. Shameless words, one after another, drilled into my ears. I looked at the people in front of me and suddenly laughed. I laughed loudly, drawing everyone's attention to me. Teacher Lee frowned. Zhao Shi. What are you laughing at? I stopped laughing, my gaze sweeping over everyone present. Finally, I fixed my eyes on Teacher Lee and Lin Yan, asking word by word, so, what you're saying is, no matter whose admission ticket is lost today, we just have to accept our bad luck. Can't hold the person in charge accountable, and even have to thank her for her kindness? Teacher Lee said in a deep voice. Yes, Yan has already done a lot by helping everyone keep the tickets for free. Losing them was an accident. What right do you have to blame her? The other students nodded in agreement. That's right, none of us will blame Yan. If anyone's to blame, it's your own bad luck. Looking at their faces, so full of self-righteousness, the last trace of warmth in my heart vanished. Seeing that I remained silent, Lin Yan thought I had given in. She smiled and handed the document bag to Teacher Lee. Teacher, I've kept all the students' admission tickets safe. Now that there are less than 5 minutes before we enter the venue, please hand them out to everyone. Teacher Lee looked at Lin Yan with an appreciative gaze. Then he took the document bag from her hands. But when she opened the file bag, she was stunned. Teacher Lee's voice was low, and the air around them instantly froze. Lin Yan. Why are there English vocabulary cards in this bag? English vocabulary cards? Lin Yan looked somewhat stunned. She stepped forward and quickly took the document bag. She rummaged through the document bag roughly. Suddenly, a stack of English vocabulary cards came tumbling out. The entire venue instantly fell into a deathly silence. Suddenly, a classmate laughed and said, Yan, you must have grabbed the wrong one. Did you put it in another bag? Come on, stop messing with everyone. We're about to go in. Under the gaze of everyone, Lin Yan rummaged through all the bags. She was just short of taking off all her clothes. Still, nothing was found. At that moment, Lin Yan felt as if all her strength had been drained. Her body swaying. The tear stains on her face had not yet dried, yet she could no longer squeeze out a single tear. Only sheer panic remained. "Where's my admission ticket?" Finally, someone came to their senses. All the students anxiously demanded. "Didn't we check before we left? How come it's not found?" "That's right, how did a perfectly good admission ticket turn into a word card?" Some people even started crying in panic. It's over, just a few minutes until we enter the venue, everything is ruined. My whole life is ruined." The crowd that had been surrounding and accusing me just moments ago instantly fell into chaos. Everyone's face was filled with anxiety and anger. All eyes turned sharply toward Lin Yan. Gone was the previous sympathy and defense. Teacher Li's face was ashen, her hands tightly gripping the empty document folder. He demanded harshly, "Lin Yan, what is going on here? Where are the students' admission tickets? Explain yourself." Lin Yan's lips trembled. I think I grabbed the wrong folder. The folder with the admission tickets is probably at the hotel." As soon as she spoke, everyone was devastated. "Lin Yan, are you stupid? Losing Zhao Shi's admission ticket is one thing, but you went and lost the whole class's tickets too. Yeah, you have a grudge against Zhao Shi. But what does that have to do with us? Why do you have to drag us into this?" Shani Chen was still defending Lin Yan even at this point. "Everyone, calm down. This isn't Yan Yan's fault. I'll send my driver to the hotel to get the admission ticket right away." Now that the knife has cut into their own flesh, who would still defend this crazy couple? "Shani Chen, give it a rest. If you hadn't threatened us, would we have given the admission ticket to Lin Yan? Yeah, besides crying all day, what else can Lin Yan do? Let me tell you, Lin Yan, if I can't take this exam, my parents won't let you off." Watching this scene, I let out a sneer. What a perfect instant karma. A classic scene. How can you all treat Lin Yan like this? Weren't you just saying that you should thank Lin Yan for her kindness? Now it seems you really should thank her properly, otherwise how would you have known that a word card could be used as an admission ticket? The boomerang hit them right back. Everyone fell silent. I turned to look at Teacher Li. "Teacher Li, don't blame Lin Yan either. After all, everyone voluntarily gave her their admission tickets. If the tickets are lost, everyone should also have the ability to bear the risk, right?" After I snapped back at him like that, Teacher Li's face turned red and then pale. He couldn't find any words to refute. Jiang Yichen frowned and scolded me. "Zhao Shi, don't be so smudgy. Have you lost your own admission ticket too?" Someone muttered discontentedly, "Yeah. We've all lost ours." Is it really necessary to kick someone when they're down at a time like this? I really found it amusing. They think it's perfectly fine to gloat and kick me when I'm down. Now it's my turn, and that's not allowed. What a double standard. Under the gaze of the crowd, I slowly raised my hand, reaching into the side pocket of the canvas bag I was carrying. I pulled out a brand new admission ticket with an anti-counterfeiting mark. I held up the admission ticket and waved it in front of everyone. "Who told you that I lost my admission ticket?" On the admission ticket, my photo, name, exam number, and test room information are all clearly visible. It was so real that it was undeniable. How is this possible? Jiang Yichen's eyes widened as he stared at the admission ticket in my hand in disbelief. "Didn't I clearly give your admission ticket to Yan Yan? How is it with you?" Lin Yan was struck as if by lightning. She stared intently at the admission ticket in my hand, her voice trembling. "No. Impossible, I clearly took your admission ticket." I looked at her with a half smile, half not. "You clearly lost my admission ticket, didn't you?" After hearing my words, Lin Yan's face instantly turned pale. When Jiang Yichen, ignoring my objections, snatched the admission ticket from my desk. On the surface I was furious and resistant, but deep down I felt nothing at all. Because the thing he snatched away was nothing more than a fake ID I had prepared long ago. Ever since that sports meet in my first year of high school, When Lin Yen secretly tripped me up. I knew that this seemingly delicate girl was not as innocent as she appeared on the surface. She seems to have an inexplicable hostility toward me, followed by one accident after another. The missing scholarship application. The vanished study materials, the soaked homework notebook. I have no choice but to stay on guard. With something as important as the college entrance exam. How could I possibly give my real admission ticket to someone who has been targeting me all along, as I expected? Lin Yen indeed started causing trouble right before the college entrance exam. You gave Lin Yen a fake admission ticket. A classmate realized what had happened and looked at me in shock. I nodded. That's right. I walked up to Lin Yen and raised my voice a little. Lin Yen. You said you checked the admission ticket this morning and there was no problem, so how could there be word cards in the bag? Lin Yen was still making excuses. After I checked. I grabbed the wrong one. I nodded along with her words. Let's say you picked it up by mistake, then how did you know exactly that it was my admission ticket that fell, if you never opened the file bag the whole time? Or perhaps you had already planned to lose my admission ticket. My words left everyone present stunned. That's right, she never even opened the bag, so how did she know it was Zhao Shi's that was missing, unless she already knew there was no Zhao Shi's admission ticket inside? Could it be? She did it on purpose. Voices of discussion rose and fell. Lin Yan's face instantly flushed red. She bit her lower lip hard, and tears began to fall again. I guessed. Guessed? I sneered. Something as important as the college entrance exam admission ticket, and you dare to conclude based on a guess that it's mine, Zhao Shi? Lin Yan, do you think everyone is a fool? I pressed on relentlessly. Each word cutting deep. You weren't guessing at all, you had planned this from the start, from the moment you volunteered to keep the admission ticket yesterday. It was all for today's scheme. You knew Jiang Yichen would help you. Knew the classmates would hand over the ticket to you out of respect for him, and you knew I wouldn't agree, so when Jiang Yichen snatched my ticket away, you were secretly overjoyed, weren't you? You had already decided to lose my admission ticket. To stop me from taking the college entrance exam, to ruin my life, so after you got that fake ticket from me, you never intended to return it, did you? Lin Yan trembled all over, unable to hold on any longer, and collapsed to the ground. No. No, I didn't. No. I straightened up and let out a laugh as if suddenly enlightened. Your original plan was to lose only my admission ticket while keeping everyone else's real one safe. That way, everyone would blame my bad luck and my overreaction, while you would still be seen as the kind-hearted, pitiable person who made a careless mistake. But you never expected that the fake ID I gave you would backfire. You went to great lengths to ruin me, yet in the end, you lost the entire class's real admission tickets. Is this the accident you've been longing for? No. This is instant karma. The words instant karma struck like a heavy hammer, pounding fiercely into everyone's hearts. Beyond the shock, only panic remained. There are only 3 minutes left before we enter the venue, a student suddenly screamed. Their voice filled with despair. Our admission tickets are still at the hotel. There's no way we can go back and get them in time. These words instantly ignited panic among the crowd. Everyone surrounded Lin Yan, shouting in anger, "It's all your fault. If you hadn't insisted on keeping them, how could our admission tickets have been lost? Tell me now, where did you put our admission tickets? If you mess up the college entrance exam, I'll never forgive you." Lin Yan was so frightened that she curled up into a ball, only able to repeat herself through tears. I grabbed the wrong bag. It's really at the hotel, I didn't mean to. Jiang Yichen tried to maintain order. Everyone, stop arguing, I've already sent the driver to the hotel. It should still be in time, it takes 20 minutes to go to the hotel and back. Sure, we might make it inside. But we'll have 20 minutes less to work on the test. Who's going to take responsibility for that? Someone roared. Jiang Yichen, if you hadn't forced us to hand over our admission tickets to her, would this have happened? You're no good either. Jiang Yichen's face flushed red and then pale. unable to come up with a retort. I glanced at the time and decided not to bother with this group anymore. I turned around and headed straight for the exam entrance. Wait, Zhaoxi, you can't leave, Jiang Yichen suddenly blocked my way. His eyes fierce. Everyone's admission tickets are lost. What makes you think you can go take the exam alone? I raised an eyebrow at him. I have my admission ticket, why can't I go, you? Jiang Yichen was at a loss for words. Then he said stubbornly, you're partly responsible for this. You have to stay and wait until everyone finds their admission tickets before we go in together. Lin Xian, as if catching on to something, suddenly stood up. Yes, you can't go alone. If you hadn't kept asking me for the admission ticket this morning, I wouldn't have panicked and grabbed the wrong folder. A few classmates immediately chimed in. With that said, Lin Yan is also responsible. Why should we all be delayed while she gets to take the exam smoothly? That's so unfair, yes. She has to wait until we get our admission tickets to go in together. Zhaoxi, hand over your admission ticket, either we wait together, or none of us take the exam, looking at these people's ugly faces. I only find it laughable. They willingly handed over their admission tickets to Lin Yan in the first place. When problems arise, instead of trying to solve them, you want to drag me down with you. I let out a cold laugh. Back then, when Lin Yan wanted to keep the admission ticket, I explicitly refused. It was you who forced me to hand it over. Just now, Lin Yan said I lost the admission ticket, and you blamed me without even knowing the facts. Now that the truth is out, it was your own choices that led to the loss of the admission ticket. Why should I pay for your stupidity? I have the real admission ticket. I was prepared in advance, and I protected my own interests. Why should I take responsibility for your mistakes? My gaze was as sharp as a knife, sweeping over everyone present. The college entrance exam is a major event in life. If you don't even cherish your own fate and instead try to drag others down with you, are you even worthy? And you, Jiang Yichen? I looked directly at him. Back then, you took my fake ID. Protected Lin Yan, said I had bad luck and accused me of deliberately framing her. Now that the truth is right in front of you, don't you feel ashamed? You stopped me from taking the exam just to find someone to share your misfortune and cover up your incompetence and mistakes. Jiang Yichen's face turned red with embarrassment at my words. Enraged and humiliated, he reached out to grab me. Zhaoxi, don't go too far. You're the ones going too far. I sidestepped to dodge his hand. I shouted to the teacher maintaining order at the exam entrance, Teacher, I have my admission ticket, requesting entry. The patrolling teacher had already noticed the commotion over here. Seeing this, he immediately walked over. After verifying the admission ticket and ID card in my hand, he nodded and said, Classmate, hurry in, the venue is about to close. No, she can't go in, Jiang Yichen tried to stop her, but was blocked by the teacher. Classmate, please abide by the exam rules and do not obstruct other candidates from entering. The patrol teacher's tone was stern. Candidates without admission tickets are not allowed to enter the examination hall. That's the rule. Jiang Yichen wanted to say something more, but was pulled back by the angry classmates around him. They were now more concerned about whether their own admission tickets could be delivered in time, and had no time to stop me anymore. I took one last look at the chaotic crowd. Lin Yan was still wailing on the ground, while Jiang Yichen was surrounded by people demanding answers. Teacher Li was pacing anxiously. The classmates who had just been accusing me were now filled with anxiety and regret. I have to say, instant karma. It feels so good. The final bell of the college entrance exam rang. I closed my pen with satisfaction. After that day, in order not to affect my college entrance exam, I switched to another hotel and never went back. I didn't particularly care about how they resolved things either. But I never expected that as soon as I stepped out of the school gate, I would be surrounded by a group of people. Leading the group were Lin Yan and Jiang Yichen. Behind them were dozens of classmates and parents. Their eyes were fierce, as if they wanted to skin me alive. When Lin Yan saw me, her eyes instantly turned red. Zhang Shi. I accept that you dislike me, that you don't like me. But why did you switch my file bag? Why did you make everyone miss the college entrance exam? Why are you so malicious? Her words left me stunned. A group of parents rushed over. You're Zhang Shi, right? How can you be so vicious? My son was 20 minutes late because of the admission ticket issue and couldn't even finish his essay. And my daughter's mentality collapsed because of this, and she didn't perform well. You have to give us an explanation, yes. We're here today to demand an explanation. Call your parents over. If compensation is needed, compensate. If someone needs to go in, they go in. I instantly understood what was going on. Lin Yan had completely shifted the blame onto me for forgetting to bring her admission ticket. I looked coldly at the crowd. A mocking smile curling on my lips. You say I swapped Lin Yan's document bag and deliberately made everyone late for the college entrance exam. Where's your evidence? Everyone's gaze turned to Lin Yan. As if anticipating my question. Lin Yan had already prepared a set of arguments. That morning, you were the only one who came to my room. I clearly put my admission ticket in my bag. You swapped it out. Deliberately making everyone late and trying to frame me. I couldn't help but sneer. I did go to find Lin Yan that morning. But I never actually entered her room. I only asked for my admission ticket at the door. And she didn't give it to me. But the parents just want to find a scapegoat now. They don't care about the truth of the matter. You child, how can you be so malicious? We can't be bothered to argue with you. Get your parents here, won't let this slide. I looked around. There wasn't a single person who didn't hate me. I smiled, my voice clear and firm. You want an explanation? Fine, I've already called the police. Lin Yan's crying abruptly stopped, a flicker of panic crossing her face. Zhao Shi, why? Why are you calling the police? It's just something between classmates. Do you have to go this far? Call the police. We must call the police. The one speaking was Jiang Yichen. At this moment, the look in his eyes as he stared at me was filled with resentment. Zhao Shi. I never thought you would hate me this much. Swapping everyone's exam admission tickets was bad enough, but you also stole mine, causing me to miss an entire day of exams. I grew more and more confused as he spoke. But Jiang Yichen's gaze didn't seem fake. As for the truth, no one can pin something on me that I didn't do. A group of us were taken to the nearby police station. My parents and school leaders also arrived upon hearing the news. The police station was instantly packed to the brim. In the interrogation room, Lin Yan insisted that I was the one swapped her file bag. Lin Yan, you claim that Zhao Shi swapped your file bag. Do you still remember what the bag containing your Real admission ticket looked like? The police officer asked. Lin Yan paused for a moment before quickly replying, it was black. With a small white bear pattern on it. I bought it specifically as a new bag. Then think carefully. On the night before the college entrance exam, where did you put that file bag? Lin Yan's eyes flickered. It's on the table in the hotel room. Who can prove that? I live alone, no one else can prove it. The police officer nodded and then looked at me. Zhao Shi, what about you? On the night before the college entrance exam, did you go to Lin Yan's room? Nope. I took out my phone and pulled up the hotel's surveillance footage. This is the hallway surveillance footage from the hotel. From 7 p.m. The night before the exam until the morning assembly the next day, I stayed in my room the entire time, never left. And certainly never went to Lin Yan's room. The hotel's room card records can also prove that I never swiped her door. I had long anticipated that Lin Yan wouldn't let things go so easily. So when I first went to check out, I made a copy of the surveillance footage. The police verified the surveillance and room card records. It was exactly as I had said. I have never been to Lin Yan's room, let alone swapped the exam admission ticket. Lin Yan's face grew paler, and her body began to tremble slightly. At that moment, the police officer took out another evidence bag. Inside were several shredded pieces of paper. We found these in the hotel trash bin. After piecing them together, we confirmed they are Jiang Yichen's college entrance exam admission ticket. Lin Yan, do you recognize this? Lin Yan's eyes widened in shock, and her body went limp, nearly sliding off the chair. Jiang Yichen also jerked his head up, staring at the pieces of shredded paper. His eyes were filled with shock and disbelief. This is my admission ticket, how did it get cut up, Yan? Didn't you say Zhao Shi stole it? Why is it in pieces? The police officer looked at Lin Yan, his tone serious. Lin Yan, according to the investigation, on the night before the college entrance exam, you entered the hotel's public trash area. Surveillance footage captured you discarding similar pieces of paper. Moreover, we found a pair of scissors in your room drawer, with paper fibers still on the blades. All the evidence pointed to Lin Yan. And she could no longer deny it. She broke down and burst into tears instantly. No, I didn't mean to. I was actually trying to cut Zhao Shi's admission ticket. I didn't expect to grab the wrong ticket either. I really didn't mean to. Besides, wasn't I late myself? As for the admission ticket, it can only be said that you were unlucky. It was fate. Why are you all being so aggressive? Everyone was stunned by these words. Lin Yan, I trusted you so much. How could you say something so shameless? Lin Yan, however, didn't think there was anything wrong. Weren't you all saying the same thing about Zhao Shi? Why does it change when it comes to yourselves? That's way too hypocritical of you. The scene fell into a dead silence. I walked up to Lin Yan and looked down at her from above. Lin Yan, I'm really curious, why do you hate me so much? Lin Yan jerked her head up, her tear-streaked face twisted and contorted. Why do I hate you, Zhao Shi? Do you really not know? I've hated you since the first time you transferred to our school. I transferred here in the second semester of my first year of high school. I don't remember ever offending Lin Yan. Lin Yan shouted in a sharp voice. Before you transferred to our class, I was the class's favorite. My grades were consistently in the top 3, I won city-level awards in painting, I held the position of class monitor firmly, and even the most popular guy, Jiang Yichen, would actively discuss difficult problems with me and hand me water at the sports meet, but the moment you appeared, everything changed. She stared at me intently, her chest heaving violently. The second you walked into the classroom, everyone's eyes were glued to you. The teacher called your name and praised your outstanding demeanor. The boys whispered among themselves that you were the prettiest girl in school. Even the girls crowded around you asking all sorts of questions, leaving me completely ignored. What gives you the right? She screamed, tears mingling with anger as they streamed down her face. How dare you effortlessly steal everyone's attention? It took me half a year to establish myself in the class and earn everyone's recognition, yet you crushed my presence to pieces in just one day, after you arrived. Jiang Yichen's eyes were only on you. When I found out you two were childhood sweethearts, do you know how jealous I was? Why does everything have to be yours? Why do you have such a good family background? Why are you good at everything? She panted heavily, her expression a mix of hatred and madness. I won't accept this. The moment you arrived, I became your foil. I watched as everyone held you in the palm of their hands, watched you take all the favoritism for granted. And the jealousy in my heart made me wish I could drag you down from that position, make you taste what it's like to be ignored and neglected, so I started framing you. Her eyes were fierce as she finally spoke the secret buried deep in her heart. Your homework notebook going missing. I hid it. Your running shoes getting wet at the sports meet, I did that. You being wrongly accused of stealing a pen, I spread those rumors. Even that mock exam in senior year, I deliberately altered your answer sheet just to score 2 points higher than you. The college entrance exam was my last chance. I wanted to ruin your exam and make you fall to rock bottom. I thought that if you failed, you would never be proud again, but I calculated everything except that you had a backup plan. These words struck like a thunderbolt, tearing through all the pretense. Everyone present was stunned, so all those accidents targeting Zhao Shi over the years were entirely born from Lin Yan's twisted sense of crisis, fueled by being overlooked and this insane jealousy. Jiang Yichen's face was as pale as paper, and he staggered back a step. His eyes were filled with shock and disbelief. He looked at Lin Yan, then turned to me, his lips trembling. He wanted to say something, but couldn't utter a single word. In the interrogation room, only Lin Yan's suppressed sobs remained. Jiang Yichen's voice choked as he spoke to me. "Cici, I'm sorry. I really was wrong." At that moment, as I looked at Jiang Yichen, my heart was utterly calm. Countless images flashed through my mind. When we were kids, Jiang Yichen would always give me the sweetest candies. He would stand up for me when other kids bullied me. He would ride his bike with me through the alley lined with blooming sycamore flowers, saying, "Cici, I will always protect you." We were together from elementary school through middle school. In my first year of high school, I fell ill and went abroad. When I later returned to China, I transferred to the same high school as Jiang Yichen, and by then, Lin Yan was always by his side. At first, Jiang Yichen took good care of me, but Lin Yan frequently appeared around us. She uses her delicate appearance to win sympathy and deliberately stirs up misunderstandings. I ran in wet shoes at the sports meet, and he called me delicate. My scholarship application form went missing, and he suspected I lost it myself. When I said Lin Yan was a bit hostile toward me, he accused me of being petty and unsociable. Gradually, I became the one who was isolated. No one was willing to talk to me. No matter what I did, it was wrong. The rift between him and me didn't begin when he snatched my admission ticket. It started when he repeatedly chose to believe Lin Yan and hurt me instead. Looking at Jiang Yichen kneeling before me, I felt no hatred. Only a deep sense of exhaustion. "I won't accept your apology, and there's no going back between us." The outcome came quickly. Lin Yan was found guilty of deliberately damaging someone else's admission ticket and fabricating facts to slander others over a long period. This constitutes an illegal act and requires full compensation for damages. Compensate all affected students for their repeat tuition fees and emotional distress. At the same time, she was expelled from the school. The disciplinary action recorded in her file becomes an indelible stain on her life. Her parents sold the only property in the family to scrape together the compensation. The former top student from a poor family became the subject of gossip among neighbors. Good and evil are separated by a single thought. Jiang Yichen missed one day of exams, so his college entrance exam results were naturally unsatisfactory. I can only choose to repeat. He tried to contact me again, but I had long blocked all his ways of reaching me. So the messages naturally vanished without a trace. Those beautiful childhood promises ultimately couldn't withstand his repeated gullibility and one-sided beliefs. Teacher Li was also dismissed by the school due to serious management issues. Later, many classmates sent me messages to apologize. I didn't reply to any of them. In their eyes, they were merely deceived and didn't mean to hurt me. But to me, an avalanche is never caused by a single innocent snowflake. I simply endured it through my own willpower. After submitting my college application, I successfully received the admission letter from my dream university. The day I received the admission letter, the sunlight was just right. I stood on campus, watching the crowds of people coming and going, finally free from the gloom of 3 years of high school. In college, I made friends who shared my interests and aspirations. I joined a club I loved, maintained top grades in my major, and even earned a scholarship. Occasionally, I would hear from old classmates that Lin Yan was working to pay off debts. The news that Jiang Yichen was admitted to an ordinary college after repeating a year did not stir any ripples in his heart. Only endless relief. Fortunately, the only one I have always believed in is myself. My admission ticket can only be firmly held in my own hands. Just like my life.